But first, France has warned of a long war to eradicate everyone behind last weekend's terrorist attacks in Paris, which killed 129 people. French police have confirmed they killed the suspected ringleader, Abdelhamid Abaoud, in yesterday's raids at Saint-Denis. But the manhunt continues for at least one other attacker. Anne Barker reports.
A moment of peace for residents of Saint-Denis as they laid flowers for the victims of Friday's attacks. After another day of violence, they came together to show their suburb is one of peaceful cohabitation. Saint-Denis is a symbol of cultural mixing, says one resident, Habiba Mgizou. We all live together and there's no reason to leave Saint-Denis or denigrate it more than is already the case. Many of these residents endured 8 hours of horror yesterday as police raided a nearby apartment in the hunt for those behind the attacks. A barrage of bullets and explosives almost destroyed the building. Eventually 2 people were killed and 8 people arrested. But the head of the SWAT team that carried out the raid, Jean-Michel Fauvergue, revealed how difficult the job was. We blew up the door, which unfortunately resists, he says. From then on, we've lost the element of surprise that we'd planned on, and so we adapt to the new situation. And immediately, or very quickly, they retaliate with a first gun battle that lasted between 30 and 45 minutes. French police have confirmed one of those killed in the raid was Abdelhamid Abaoud, the suspected mastermind of Friday's attacks, and likely several others, including the failed attack on a Paris-bound train in August. The French Interior Minister is Bernard Cazeneuve.
Parmi les 6 attentats évités ou déjoués.
Of the 6 attacks avoided or foiled by the French intelligence services, he says, Abaoud appears to have been involved in 4 of them. But they still don't know how the Moroccan-born Belgian citizen managed to slip into France undetected. Authorities, including Prime Minister Manuel Valls, had previously thought he was in Syria. We need to know why this man, who was the subject of an international arrest warrant issued by Belgium, was able to cross a series of borders, he says. The manhunt continues for the missing 8th attacker, Salah Abdeslam, who narrowly avoided capture at a roadblock as he drove over the Belgian border on Saturday. Overnight, Belgian police carried out fresh raids at Molenbeek, where both men grew up. It's a suburb of Brussels now notorious for its association with extremism and radicalisation. But many here, including Olivier van der Hagen, are hoping they can repair the suburb's reputation. Molenbeek is not the heart of international terrorism, he says. We have an undeniable problem, but now, after the news is over, we're going to have to think hard about how to get everyone back together around the same project and stick the pieces back together. The Molenbeek raids came as the French Parliament voted overwhelmingly to extend the state of emergency in France for 3 months.
551 contre 6, l'Assemblée nationale a adopté.
The United Nations too is debating a French-led resolution urging all countries to redouble their efforts to eradicate Islamic State, something the US, among others, says it's doing. FBI Director James Comey says he's not aware of any credible threat in the US of a Paris-style attack.
And we have seen no connection at all between the Paris attackers and the United States. ISIL and its supporters put out all kinds of propaganda like videos and magazines. But that is not credible intelligence. Of course, we investigate all of those propaganda threats. But instead, the threat here focuses primarily on troubled souls in America who are being inspired or enabled online to do something violent for ISIL.
And that is FBI Director James Comey ending that report from Anne Barker.